How's it going, folks? Ghast here, and this is the Answering Twitter Questions number 3. But first, I want to get some announcements out there. Number 1 is Anime North. So, as per the title of this video, I am attending Anime North. On May 25th, so in 2 days. I know there's a few of you who are going to Anime North this year, and I am very excited to go. I'm actually taking a vacation, so I'm vacationing to Toronto. I'm going to Anime North for Friday, and I'm leaving, and I'm flying back to the Maritimes on the Monday. I'm very, 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 very excited. This is my first vacation, my first time flying out by myself. Kind of a first for a lot of things for me here. First convention of this kind of size, and my first opportunity to meet you guys. What I'm super pumped about is actually meeting you guys, getting to know people who actually watch my stuff. It's kind of mind-blowing how we're here now. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's really cool. Anyway, so most likely gonna have a fan meetup on the Saturday. I was talking to a friend of mine who has done fan meetups before, and she told me that, having an informal type thing in front of the building of the Toronto Delta or the convention Congress. Yeah, having an informal meetup in front of the Congress Center is something that she suggested I do. So most likely on that Saturday, the 26th, that would be it. Would it? The 26th? It would be the 26th. Yeah, I know the dates of the week. Yeah, so on the 26th, most likely in the afternoon, I'll have an informal meetup with you guys. If you're going to it, and maybe if there's enough people, we can have something going on. I mean, I'm sure we can do something. I'm just really pumped. Super stoked for that. Second announcement is a new order of Ghast t-shirts. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing a plaid shirt. So there's a new order of Ghast shirts. So let me know, email ghastalt@gmail.com. That's where I'll be taking all the orders. So email that you're interested in getting a t-shirt, email me the size, what you want, and I'll hopefully, if there's enough people, be able to get a decent order in. It was a great success last time. I actually learned a lot about the Canadian Postal Service and just mailing in general, which was pretty interesting. That's some information I'll retain for, I guess, ever. So that was really cool too. If you are interested in getting a t-shirt, make sure you email ghastalt@gmail.com with the size you want. And we can see what we can do. And we will get started on the answering Twitter questions. So, number 1. Will you be attending Anime North? I hope to see you at the Fire Emblem photo shoot. Yes, in fact, I will be at those photo shoots. So if you want to find me, I'll be wearing some identifiers, namely the shirt that I have the logo on. The Ghast shirt is what I'm going to be having. But yeah, I'll be at those photo shoots. Woohoo, this one's interesting. What are your thoughts on Sanaki's controversy? Do you think all the arguers and arguments are stupid? Is it intelligent systems' fault or shallow minds of the people of the subreddits? Okay, my genuine, honest opinion is I think it's a waste of energy. And I definitely think if this is taking up your time and you genuinely are upset about this to the point where you're leading the charge, the vanguard of all this nonsense, reevaluate your priorities, man. I don't know what to tell you. I seriously, I don't have the time to even remotely care about this thing. I don't have the time to remotely care about the ARA thing or the investment or anything. I don't have the time. You know how the Rocky Mountains are like that? I'm flatlining, that's me. I'm the prairies. I'm the prairies, man. That's me right now. What is your opinion of Mangs dicing you for mecha? I think Mangs is doing great for himself right now. I think in terms of all of the crazy, drama around Mangs in the past, I think he's done a really great job really trying to move away from that. I think he's doing a great job on his channel right now. Yeah, I think he's doing awesome. He's, slaying it on YouTube. He's rising up quite quickly. He almost has 48,000 subscribers, which is amazing. I know one of his goals was to get to 50K, and I definitely think he's going to make it quite soon. So, that was a goal for him, and I'm happy for him. And for Mecha, I like how Mecha's, rising up. And it's great that, Mangs provided him a larger platform to, grow. And I wish them both the best. I think they both have unique takes on their channels. How do you feel about the Kaga Saga games? I think they're interesting, to say the least. Gaiden was, of course, like a gem for me. I haven't played FE1 or 3. FE4 was one of those games where, in a sentence, it's fun when the parts that are fun are... It's fun when you're playing. It's not fun when you're waiting around for stuff to happen. I guess that's what I'll say for FE4. FE5 is beast in its own. I don't know how I feel about it. I have to play FE5 all through to do the Reinhardt because I have to get to chapter 22. So that's like basically the entire game. And I really want to keep playing Tearing Saga. I might actually get back into it, not in a playthrough, but just playing it by myself because that game I've always found pretty interesting. Do you think Heroes is worth spending money on? If you think it is, then it is. If you think it's worth spending money on, it's your money, it's your life. I don't think it is, me personally, because I need to save my money and pay off my dues. What FE character do you think represents you the best? I'm going to say Gray from Echoes because he has shaggy hair. I have kind of shaggy hair. He seems like he's incredibly laid back. I like to think I'm pretty laid back too. He's quite, analytical when he wants to be, which is what I kind of see myself in. And he's also strong, and I like to work out. And that is why I think I'm most relatable to Gray that I can think of at this moment. I would say Ford, but I can't paint, so that's out of the question. What animal do you think represents you the best? I would say a dog. I would say a dog, because dogs are chill. Chill dogs are real chill. Dogs are the best. Dogs are great, man. I love dogs. Are you planning to do any support signs for the Tellius cast? Titania or Zyhark? Those are one of the, or Shinon. I would say maybe Shinon probably. What are your top 3 favorite movies? Big Daddy made by Adam Sandler. It was in the 90s. It was a great movie. I think it's aged pretty decently. Geez. That's like my favorite movie that I can always kind of remember. If you could add a 100% new seasonal banner to Heroes, what would the theme be and who would be in it? A sports theme, like a modern sports banner. And I think who would be in it? I'm gonna say, I don't know which heroes would be for the sports theme, but the modern sports season would be like the funniest, the coolest thing. I would wail on that if the characters were great. You mentioned Alm was your favorite lord when Echoes was announced. Who's your favorite lord now, if it's changed at all? I'm gonna say Eliwood and probably Celica. I wouldn't say Celica is like one of my favorites. I just have a lot of appreciation for her character. I still think like my favorites would probably be Eliwood and Hector. Gaiden Alm was I like Gaiden Alm more than Echoes Alm, and I like Celica more than... I'm partial to Celica because recency bias, but I also like respect what they tried to do with her. So I'd say those. No, I think I like Chrom as well. So it's a tough toss-up. I'd say Eliwood, Chrom, and like Celica would be my 3, maybe. And Hector. Ah, God, stop. If you were to bring one Fire Emblem character in the real world for 1 week, who would it be and why? Okay, I would bring Shinon. I would bring Shinon in the real world just to see what he would do with the internet. I want to put Shinon on like 4chan and see what kind of stuff he talks about, or like Reddit or something. I just want to see what he would do with the internet. I think that would be the funniest like experiment ever. Like how would like medieval like shit talking translate to the real world? That would be great. Which Fire Emblem character would be the best choice for the President of the United States of America? Dusel, because he's a war hero and he's noble and he's great and he's fair and he's a nice guy. If you were an anime protagonist, what would your signature phrase be? Deuces. Because it's the only one I have. Favorite thing about working out? I'm gonna say, after you work out, you feel big, you feel strong, which is cool. You feel like you accomplished something in your day, if anything at all. And it feels great. Chest By is my favorite day because I am a guy who likes looking strong. Who is your favorite and least favorite Fire Emblem villain? My favorite is Orson because he just has the craziest moment in the story ever, I'd say. And my least favorite is Zephiel because, oh my god, I can't stand that guy. God damn, I cannot stand Zephiel for the life of me. Can't stand the guy. Rockets or Warriors? It's going to be the Rockets. I'm going to hope it's the Rockets. If the Cavs and the Warriors play for the 4th time, I'm going to stop playing and watching basketball. Straight up. In protest. What was your inspiration for the Support Science series, and how do you choose who to do next? So the first question, I was inspired because in my undergrad years, towards my last year, I knew that I liked to write and critically analyze things, and I wanted to do more analysis on things that didn't have to do with social studies or sociology. So I transferred the critical reading and writing skills that I developed in university to, focusing instead of like social issues and stuff to Fire Emblem support conversations and that kind of stuff. So that's effectively what happened, is that I just changed my focus from school to dialogue in video games, and that's kind of what happened. And it was really, really interesting to me because I've always wanted to do that, and I really thought that Fire Emblem provided a really, really great platform to do that because there's a lot to sink your teeth into. And how do you choose who to do next? Whatever I feel like doing, I just do it. And sometimes I say one character, and then I decide to put that off for another character, and that's gonna happen all the time because my feelings change. My feelings change. I saw you mentioning maybe not being able to go to Anime North, so do you believe you'll be going this year? Yep. What's your favorite Support Science video so far? One you most enjoyed making, think turned out the best? I'm gonna say my favorite one was the Garrick one. I think I had the most fun doing Garrick because I went into it really liking the character, and I really I knew what I was going to talk about and stuff. It wasn't really kind of a thing where I kind of went in blindly. I really wanted to do Garrick. I thought he was a great character going into it. He became an even better character going out of it, and he's just one of my favorite characters. So it was really great, and I think it came out the best. The script was the best, and it was the most like personally satisfying for me to do. I'm really, really proud of that one. I'd say it's probably like my top 3, or if not like my legit best one. How subjective do you think analyzing and judging a character is? It's completely subjective. I think everyone who comes in, especially like arguing for a point, wants to steer their analysis and their arguments and their everything towards a certain side because that's what you're arguing. I don't really think it's easy to be objective on these kinds of analysis because I don't find being objective is very interesting. I think that kind of that polarizing and like bordering on like controversy type discussion is interesting, and I think picking a side, it makes, it's, I don't know, people like it when you pick sides. People don't. I mean, I feel like, yes, it's fine to be objective, but fucking who cares about objective writing, man? Like, how do you make an objective argument? You can't make an objective argument. You can like objectively talk about the arguments on either side, but like I'm not gonna watch that. It's why I don't like history videos. It's like, okay, cool, like I can look this up myself. This isn't challenging. The reason why I think subjective views on analyzing and judging characters is because you can pick a side, you can challenge an audience, you can challenge yourself, and I think that's kind of the good thing. The way you want to like have people, watch your stuff and be interested in, because they're interested in what you're talking about. Like I said, I can't stand watching history videos or talking about like neutral sides of something. Like, I don't care. Tell me what you really feel. Tell me how you really feel about something. And that's what I think an analyzing and judging should be, and arguing in for or against a character. It should come from like a subjective point of view. And if someone blames you for being biased, be like, yeah, no shit, dude. Like, I'm picking a side because I feel a certain way about a character. Like, it's kind of the human nature of things. It's what an argument is, man. This is a good one to end it off. Any life advice you have for us? I would say, two things. One is never forget where you come from. Two, always act with integrity, because when you boil down to it, if you get caught lying, it's a bad feeling. People don't like people who are dishonest. And I guess my third life lesson would be to always surround yourself with people who are smarter than you and better than you, because if you pay attention to them enough and you pay attention to how they approach things and what they do and how they do that, then it's gonna reflect positively on you. You're gonna pick up those habits, and then eventually you'll become a better person. And then once you move on from that stage, you do the same thing with another kind of group of people, and then you learn even more. Yeah, have mentors, have people who, not even mentors in like the formal sense, just have people who are better than you in something, and then just work off them and see how they do their thing and how their mind works, and then pick off things and whatever, and then that's what you do. Those three are the life advice things I would say. Those three things. Anyways, that is it for me. I've answered enough questions. I think we're reaching 30 minutes, so that's way more than enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Just a brief recap. I'll see you guys at Anime North. I'll hopefully have an informal meetup on the Saturday, probably in the afternoon, outside the convention center. Make sure you email Ghast Alt if you're interested in getting a new Ghast t-shirt. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy your stay on the channel.